All right, guys, we are here live, open air podcast. What is up, everybody? We hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Jordan. Last podcast, we didn't really do a formal introduction. My name is Jordan. I help people find their dream house. One of the highlights of my day was uploading the vlog. Recently, we had Ramon, we had Austin, and we had another guy, Coop. Coop was on the last podcast, and he was in the vlog. We went out to Old Rag. You guys, if you tuned into the last episode, you saw what we did. So we uploaded a vlog. If you want to check it out, link on screen right now.
How's it going, guys? Welcome to Open Air. My name is Ramon. I was in the first episode. I didn't really introduce myself. I help people find their dream car. I am a salesman at a dealership. And my highlight of the day, I would say, was selling a car. Can't lie.
Hell yeah.
It always feels good making a deal.
Shout out to Open Air Podcast for welcoming me, Zerry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cheers, brother. Appreciate you being on, man.
Welcome.
First time on, musician, always here. Highlight of the day is coming in today and being here with them, showing out, see what they're going to have for me today.
Heck yeah.
Let's see.
Right on. Welcome to Open Air. I'm Austin Miller, bartender at a local bar up the road. Highlight of my day, I got to say, is getting out of work early today to be able to come home and do this with the buds. Nothing better than memories going around, and life's about the journey, not the destination. So cheers to that.
Cheers.
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 Cheers to those that are out there, and like Zerry, I got invited today, so here I am. I'm Keith, father of that one, and fire builder, and guardian of Utah, who you'll see roaming around. I build the house of tacos. That's what I do for a living. I make people happy by giving them a place to get tacos. Highlight of the day is this is the first night of the autumn season for flip-flops, shorts, and a hoodie. One of the best things you can do in the evenings with a fire.
That's a combo right there. Flip-flops, shorts, and a hoodie.
My favorite combo.
You can't go wrong with that.
No, you
combo
cannot.
Right there.
So what's your favorite season then?
Yeah, I would have to say autumn. Although here in Virginia we get, 2.5 weeks maybe before we go from what was 100 degrees a couple weeks ago to, oh man, it's really cold outside, but definitely love autumn.
Now, are you an autumn baby? Is your birthday in autumn?
I am actually.
Wow.
Late autumn.
Very nice.
Yeah. Or actually, late autumn, early November.
Okay. A lot of people, a little biased, their birthday falls in that season, and they kind of love that season.
That's interesting. I've not heard anybody say that before, but
Because I have to admit,
it makes sense.
it makes sense. My birthday is in July, and I love the summer. Summer's my favorite time.
I love all four seasons because and living in Virginia, you get to have all four seasons, and living in Virginia, you get to play golf 12 months out of the year because you always have a 75-degree day in the middle of February.
That's true. That's very true. Austin,
Favorite season?
favorite season? What's your favorite season, bro?
Gotta say fall or spring, but I love when the weather's hot because it's warm enough for my tires to get nice and hot and sticky for the motorcycles. So, I don't know. Nothing like shorts and a sweatshirt being able to rock around, sit by a fire, even though I'm wearing pants and a sweatshirt at the moment. Yeah, gotta say fall or spring for sure.
You got a favorite season, Zerry?
Definitely going to have to go with the summer, man.
Are you a summer baby?
Nah, OVO.
October. Okay.
But this one is a fall baby.
Interesting.
So you're
me.
2 out of 3 so far.
2 out of okay.
Yeah,
So my
yeah.
theory holds so strong.
So it's going to go 50% because I'm December and I hate the winter. Can't stand the cold.
So it's the cold or is it the snow?
I like snow, actually. I mean,
You just don't want to live with it. You ain't live with
I'm
it.
saying if it's cold, it might as well snow. Like, I don't want it to be cold and breezy and not have some snow to look at on the ground.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got Christmas time, you got the New Year, so it's not the worst. But yeah, I always feel like Christmas and New Year is just bunched into my birthday, so yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah,
Be by the beach.
yeah.
So, okay, for all the people that enjoy the summer, when it's summertime, do you prefer the lake or the beach?
Definitely a beach guy, man.
Beach guy?
Love the beach. If you're gonna do it though, you got to get a house on the beach so you can stare at the beach when you wake up in the morning, have your coffee. It's easier to bring your stuff in and out.
The right way to wake up.
Yeah, you know.
Mhm.
Facts.
But it's actually threefold, Jordan.
What's that?
It's beach, lake, or river. There's
That's
a lot of
There you
people
go.
that like to go down to the river and hang out for a weekend.
That's
true.
true.
That's true.
That's
That
true.
is,
We've
man.
got a lot of people around here that they do the river thing. I agree with him. It's the beach.
You're the beach. Okay, so beach.
I get a chance, I'm going to the islands.
Going to the islands.
That's
He's
for
an
you.
island boy.
I'm out.
You gotta chalk that up for beach.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, we might go 4-0 for the beach right now. 'Cause the beach is definitely where I want to be at. Sand between my toes.
Yeah.
The walk back from the beach, just like you said, when you're carrying a bunch of stuff.
Brutal.
That's the worst walk. So
Brutal.
you gotta get a spot close to it.
Get those big old carts with the ginormous wheels on them. You know, people rolling through the sand.
Oh yeah, I mean you gotta have those.
See, I'm thinking like, okay, you pull up to the beach. It's awesome. It's a good time. But it's the sand. Like, you go back to the hotel, you go back to the Airbnb,
Like cars
and
dirty.
your car's dirty.
Everything.
You get sand everywhere. I'm a lake guy.
I will say with the
Lake
beach
guy,
thing though, you
keep it
become a
cordial.
professional on keeping your shit tidy and clean.
True.
You know, washing off beforehand, making sure you're all right. Although sand is inevitable, so if you take a trek to the beach, you might as well sacrifice the cleanliness of your car.
What lakes around here would you guys go to?
Lake Anna is very, very, very popular. You got the private side, public side, and you got the hot side, thanks to the nuclear reactor that's over there.
Oh, cool.
Warming up the
And
water.
the closer you get to the reactor, and you can only get so close until it's gated off with big stay back signs, but it gets really hot
Yeah, it's
over
like
there.
87 degrees year
In
round
the winter time,
man.
it's
The water?
87,
No
90.
Yeah.
way.
So I wonder if you swim in that water, will you get like?
Oh, the fish glow and they've got 8 eyes, dude.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, all
It's
the
like-
fishermen are over there because they're catching stuff you just don't find anywhere else.
So you might get superpowers.
Turning into
Yeah.
mutants over there.
Could
If you
be.
could have one superpower, what would it be?
That's an easy answer.
What is it?
What are you going with?
Invisibility.
Wow.
Cloak.
Why do you say that though?
Because you can do whatever you want.
That's the first thing
Invisibility, right? You need to go somewhere and you want to go cheap. You just slide onto an airplane and there you go, right? I mean, it'd be nice to fly, but you're invisible. You're going anywhere you want.
So if you're invisible and you're sitting in this chair, right, and I like brush up against you, can I feel you?
Sure.
Okay.
Just
So
invisible,
it's not like
right?
You're just
Ghosts.
invisible, but you're
You
still.
gotta find a spot, you know?
Yeah,
Interesting.
Like that jump seat where
that's fair. That's fair.
the flight attendant sits.
Zerry, what superpower would you have?
I want to read minds.
Oh.
I want to know what y'all thinking.
Now I gotta ask along with that.
Hmm.
Do you get the choice to read whoever's mind you want when you want? Because I know there could be repercussion of you just read people's minds no matter what, and then you're getting all that negativity, and if somebody's, you know, putting a bad rap on
What do
your
I do with
name,
the bad energy?
you know, that's what I'm saying. So
Dang, that's a good point.
I'd rather know that they got the knife before I get stabbed, man.
fair enough.
That's funny.
What's your superpower gonna be?
Gotta go with flying. Love to fly.
Is there a cap to how fast you can fly?
Speed of sound.
That's pretty fast.
But see, here's my thing. Here's my reasoning for it. Right? I want to go to the Outer Banks. That's a 5.5, 6 hour drive commitment. There and then 6 hours back. I could just pack a backpack, hop on my driveway, and boot up in the air and fly to the beach. Have a day there and spin on home. You know? That's my take on it. But
Seems fair.
That's fair.
how about you, Ray?
Man, you took mine. I would definitely fly.
I'll share it with you.
I wanted to be a bird, if I could reincarnate, so a bald eagle at that. But I would say, yeah, just feeling the wind and seeing below you. But yeah, you would definitely have to be able to fly pretty fast. And I would go a lot of places, just like you're saying. Yeah, travel around.
First place you gonna go? What's on your mind?
The pyramids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great Pyramids? Okay.
Yeah.
You want to go inside?
Dang.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
Great Pyramids.
I'll fly right to the top, take a picture real quick, and then see what's going on inside. See it, but that's where being invisible would help. You know, if you were invisible, then you'd be able to
Go
kind of
anywhere.
slide on the plane, slide on through.
Yeah.
I would still get caught somehow. I mean, I can fly on out of there, but
Invisibility gives you the ability to read minds too, because you're just standing next to people that are talking, and it's like
Oh,
you're
there you
whoa,
go.
that is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is
that's a
true.
good
This
point.
is almost
Sneak yourself into spots, you know.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
How about you, Jordan?
If I could pick a superpower, I would pick being able to clone myself.
Whoa.
Clone yourself.
Whoa.
What are you
would
gonna do
clone
with two of
myself.
you?
Yeah. What are we gonna do with two of you?
Yeah, we got enough of you,
I didn't
man.
stop at 2. I can clone
Oh
myself
my
4,
gosh.
5, 6, 10, 100, as many times as I
And
want.
why?
Because when he throws those big old parties and he finds 3 girls that he likes, he can send 1, 1, 1, and 1. You know.
Bing, 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 baby.
Can't
Yeah.
have them all at
That's a
once.
cheat code, man.
Cheat code of life. I just think being able to clone yourself. I wish I could be multiple places at once. So I think being able to clone yourself would fulfill that void.
Right on.
Interesting. Interesting. So Zerry, we brought you on here, man. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you do and kind of how your day-to-day goes? Oh, are you drinking this?
Man, when I wake up, first thing first, brush my teeth.
I
Hope so.
Yeah, you gotta brush your
Are you of the thought that I am that you could probably go 3-4 days without a shower, but one day without brushing your teeth is like, that's painful.
Oh, that's pitiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta at least change my jeans once.
So I have to ask, Zerry, are you an electric toothbrush kind of guy or manual?
I never tried it.
Never tried
Never tried the
electric.
electric.
Change your life.
It will change your life.
It'll change your life.
You gotta charge them.
You
It's-
do, but you put it right back on when you're done. It's always charged, and if you travel, you probably get 3 days without a charger.
I might mistake that with the shaver. I don't want to do that.
Well, Zerry
But,
does
man.
have a nice set of pearly whites on him. So.
Yeah, he does.
The pearliest of pearly.
But yeah, man, what I do every day when I wake up after I get, brushing my teeth, focus on that music, man. Just wake up and get right to the studio if it's K-Speed, write some music, find some beats, try and learn what I can learn about music, man.
Yeah.
Every day.
How do you find motivation for like what you write about and stuff?
Really, like, what I write about come from experience in life.
Yeah.
What I've been through, what I've seen, like, what I want to see.
Yeah.
I don't really need motivation. It's like a purpose.
One thing for sure about your raps is you're not lying about none of this shit you talk about,
Yep.
which is very respectable, for sure.
So I gotta ask, what did your first studio look like
First home studio or my first studio experience?
when you first started making music?
First song I ever made, like recorded, I was young, I was like 14. Went to my friend's house and just showed me how to do it. Little, in the corner of his room, nothing special, nothing, no big studio. Just learn what you need to do and keep going from there. And advance from there.
Right on. I gotta say, I remember those foam pads in your closet with your microphone at the old house.
We was trying.
Yeah.
We was trying.
And look where you are now. Apple Music, baby.
Yes, sir.
I already know the answer to this question, or maybe it changed, but you can tell the viewers here. Who's your favorite artist?
Ain't no way that's changed. Come on, man.
Artist to artist.
Favorite artist. I'm gonna go for Lil Wayne.
There it is.
Every
No
day.
question. Every
Lil
time.
Wayne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Lil Wayne album?
Favorite Wayne album has to be the first album I ever heard, Carter 3.
Carter 3.
Yeah.
Oh, Millie?
First song I ever heard was Got Money. And that was it. I just went down a rabbit hole.
Did that like start you into maybe wanting to become a rapper, or you felt like you had kind of thought about it before?
I really didn't even take it up after that. I just
Right.
liked music from there.
Mm-hmm.
And I met a few people who were making music when I got older, and they showed me what to do, and realized I could do it too. So,
Yeah, you can
see
definitely
where I
do
can
it
take
too.
it. Anybody could do it, so I'm like, I'm gonna do it.
Sure, man.
But yeah, everybody in the city, like, they show love and things like that, and I just appreciate it, and we gonna multiply from there, for sure.
What do you guys feel like is a life lesson you learned the hard way?
I think we should start with the one that has the most experience.
I don't know that it's fair to say it was a lesson that was hard learned, but depending upon where your background is and where you grew up and your economic status, all those things, right? If you think about it, gosh, if I knew back then to invest in Apple and things like that, where would you be today, right? So I think a big thing in life is helping to shorten people's learning curves, whether that be your children or your children's friends or whoever. So you got to start saving young. You got to have money put away. You got to have money put away for a rainy day. You got to have money put away for when things get really south, and you got to dig deep. And if you've got that nest egg, it certainly helps. And I didn't come from the we should have from a Kardashian style family, right? People with money. So learn later in life, and you adjust and you go from there. But I think the greatest gift I could give the one next to me is that advice, and that advice is being followed, and set yourself up for your future early in life, and not when you're midlife and then try to decide that. It really starts. You guys are all a heck of a lot younger than me, so it starts now or just before. But people say money can't buy this or that, but at the end of the day, money will help you with the things that you want to do in life. You don't obsess about it, but it's nice to have that as a backup, no matter what you want to do. So,
Yeah.
financial advice, anyways.
Right.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Amen, brother. Amen.
How about
when
you,
you're
George?
talking about Austin and stuff, when you're raising him, do you feel like there's anything you would have done different? I mean, he's a great guy.
There's a lot of fucking things you could have done different, man, let me tell you.
Fatherhood
But
is
looking
crazy.
back on it, yeah.
There's always a lot of, maybe Utah's trying to chime in with his
Yeah, right.
his toy, but there's a lot of woulda, coulda, shouldas, and you can't dwell on the past. You do the best you can today and moving forward. You learn from the past. You don't make the same mistake twice, right? And be proud of being a mom or a dad and that which you've raised, and you can only get so far, and then they're on their own. But even to this day, there's still conversation about important things that you can still help shorten people's learning curves. So,
100%.
nothing to change, but certainly there are instances that you could have maybe done something a little different. But then again, you don't know what today looks like if you had changed that path, right? So the path is what it is today.
Everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason.
That's what makes you who you are, right?
Yeah.
Amen.
Are you guys a subscriber to? Obviously, you just said everything happens for a reason, but like everything's planned.
We try.
Is everything planned?
You have to elaborate on that question. Meaning,
By who?
do we try to plan everything, or do we believe that everything's already planned out for us?
The latter.
I believe, no matter what you believe in, but if you believe in God, right? So if you just use that,
That's the base.
God gives you the tools and the things that you need to make the best decisions possible, and the strength and all of that, right? God doesn't hand you things, but He gives you everything you need to make those decisions. But He's not going to make those decisions for you. That's my belief, right? people say they get in a predicament. They're like, oh God, please get me out of this, this and that. Well, okay, that's fine, but God also gave you the ability to get on your own 2 feet and get yourself out of that or ask for help, and that's what I believe. I don't think the plan is set in stone. I just think that people fail to use or utilize what's around them and what they've been given.
Solid.
I definitely agree with that. There's that saying where, you ask God for strength and he gives you things to overcome, and it's just like taking those opportunities to learn and make the best out of it and really progress. I feel like that's what life is really about for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to suffer no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what we try to do, no
Yeah.
matter how many times we try to win. But it's the beauty in that we find that really makes life at the end of the day.
And I think that's where you learn. You learn through pain.
Yeah.
That's the best teacher.
Got to get uncomfortable to get comfortable,
That's the best teacher.
There is no dark without the light.
Yep.
If you're comfortable, you're not learning and growing.
Right.
I'm not going to plug the book or the person, but obstacles create opportunities for us, right? And you have to meet your obstacles head on. It may not be easy, it may take a while, but if you do that and you figure it out, you're better on the other side.
100%.
Life
So
don't,
go through the dark. You're going to find the light.
life don't give you anything you can't handle,
What's the best advice you guys have ever gotten?
Regarding
Life,
Just in general?
work.
always have options. Keep your options open.
Never be closed-minded.
Ooh, I was about to say, always be open-minded.
Always be open-minded, ready for the next thing.
Always be open-minded.
Life change quick.
Yep.
How do you feel like you learned that?
I'm just an individual that navigates life being open-minded. I couldn't imagine myself being closed-minded, like
Stuck in your way.
stuck in your way. Like you can learn from anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody you meet, you can learn something from them. And
Everybody knows something I don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We all have a unique individual story,
Facts.
and you can learn from anybody on the face of this earth.
Yeah.
It's
So don't
really
be closed-minded. Be open-minded to
Yeah.
any and everything.
Don't be scared to share your story either. It's the only way they're going to know you.
Truth.
So,
Be authentic. Be yourself.
be real.
That's 100%.
Yeah, that is one thing I've learned about, just working and going through life and meeting a bunch of different people, is that everyone has their own story and everyone has learned something from that. And you don't know how their story went, so you can learn a lot from what they say and what they've been through and how they feel like they view life. Even if you don't agree with it necessarily, it just gives you a different perspective on kind of how people think when they go through things or when they try to overcome stuff. And yeah, I think that's a really good thing, is being open-minded for sure and getting to know what's out there.
Point of view.
I think Utah agrees.
For sure.
He wishes he could talk. We don't have a Brian Griffin here, so we can't do any of that.
Now, what's that movie, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs? They strap the thing on the monkey and the monkey can talk. I swear that's coming.
Yeah.
And I would love to put one on my dog.
Have you seen that Rick and Morty episode
Nah, talk to me.
where Grandpa Rick makes this device that he puts on the dog that they got for the family, and kind of like made him smarter, being able to sit, and do like circles if you want or whatever. And the dog walked up to the sliding glass door in the backyard and realized he had a helmet on, and he like took his paw and smacked the front patch and the flap down, and he saw the electronics, and he makeshifted his own thing and made his own suit, and they ended up taking over the world, and so like when the dog was bad, the dad of the family would take the dog's face and like shove it in the pee if he peed on the floor. And so after the dog, became big and strong with a big metal suit, the dog then put the dad on the leash and the dad peed in the yard, and the dog took the dad's face and shoved it in the pee. So, you got to be careful
Full
with
circle.
that. Yeah. Jordan, throw that to me, please.
I got you. Is this a little boot?
Yes, it is.
We're going to get rid of that, Utah.
So he
Just wants
And
he
that's
doesn't
the
have to
end
chew
of
on the
it.
shoes.
Sorry, buddy.
How old is Utah? For
It'll be 3 in December.
Utah. And what kind of dog is that?
Husky, Samoyed, and Chow, and then someone decided to throw in a miniature Schnauzer. So
Oh, no,
in
you
that
got
mix, he's
miniature Schnauzer, Chow Chow, Samoyed, American Eskimo Dog, and Siberian Husky.
yeah, American
Wow.
Eskimo. the other
That's
one.
what you got.
What
But
a
you had
mix
4
there.
cold
That is
weather,
mixed.
big dogs, and then someone threw in the Schnauzer. So
He got
that's
that.
as big as he gets.
Now, are y'all cat people too, or do you only like dogs?
Nice.
I don't care for cats.
No.
Oh no,
Yeah, Ray over here is over here like, yo.
that's my child.
Cats
we're
are cool,
talking
man. I
about.
like cats.
Hey, I'm not knocking it for people who love them. I personally don't want to own one. That's all.
Yeah,
I didn't
got
personally think I was going to own a dog either until February 1st, a couple of years back. I got a text, and it was the night that I went, oh shit, I guess I'm getting a dog. So,
So you didn't have a childhood dog growing up?
I did. Oh, I did, yeah. I had a childhood dog. I just haven't had one in between.
And then Austin surprised you when he brought Utah home.
It was a group text, and, decided to bring him home because it was a neighbor's pup, and he never went home.
I have not seen this man sit on the floor in like 6 or 7 years. I brought the dog home. He didn't want to have another responsibility after me. Wanted to take vacations, trips when he wanted, not have to worry about something like me. And 2 days later, I come home and I walk in the living room. This guy's sitting on the floor playing with the dog, and it's his new best friend. So, as much as he wants to deny it, that's his boy over there.
Oh, it's undeniable at this point after almost 3 years.
A dog is a man's best friend. I did want to ask you guys, so you guys both are into motorcycles. What's your story? What's like your first motorcycle? How did you get into motorcycles?
Had a very extended redneck trailer park type family on one side of my family that always had land and had toys, right? So I don't remember what they were because that was many years ago, but like, Honda 125s, dirt bikes, that kind of thing.
Two-stroke?
Yeah, and we go out to family reunions or just different events, and you were on some kind of motorized vehicle or another, and that's where my, 14, 15, whatever, and then rode some into my early 20s, but then life takes over, and then you have a kid, things like that, things happen, and it took a while to get back into it, but it is it's a huge responsibility to be a rider, never to be taken lightly, but it is one of the best things you can do. The community of riders is fantastic. You make the best friends, wind therapy, all the above, and based on what I have, I ride 365, doesn't matter how cold it is, so it's awesome.
Real
What do you
rider.
have?
So, to be humble, the garage is full. There's an 02 Fat Boy out there, which is a classic bike, which is gorgeous, and never going to get rid of that. Just keep it on the road. There's a 19 Limited out there, which is Harley Davidson's quintessential touring bike. Doesn't get any more bigger and comfortable than that. And then there was the addition of the abominable snowman, as I call it, because you can't find them anywhere. But one was found in Coney Island, New York, so we picked up the Yamaha XSR 900, which is his baby, and he can talk about that. And then earlier this year, after Christmas and such, I got the bug for something fun and single again, so there's a 23 Indian Chief Bobber Dark Horse out there as well, so so I either ride in comfort or I ride in style, or both, whatever.
And I ride fast.
And he rides fast. I ride fast. He rides at I don't know what speed.
Yeah. Lost.
Yeah.
Austin tells me that your touring bike has like heated grips. Is that true?
Well, yeah, the touring bike has everything you need. I mean, it's it's blocked from the wind. It's got heated grips. Goes 1 through 6. I've never put them past 2 because when I got to 3, I thought my hands were going to catch on fire. So that's if you wear thick gloves, but I don't even need gloves in the wintertime. And a good set of leather, and you ride in any temp you want.
Really?
Have you heard about I'm sure you've heard, like the heated vest?
Yeah, I do not own heated gear. I find no need. I kind of run warm as it is. And with the right leather from Fox Creek Leather down in Southern Virginia, you don't need heated gear. That's my opinion.
That's
This
fair.
guy's coat's big enough. It's like half a cow.
Yeah, it's about a cow.
He said it's about a cow. Full hide on
Yeah, I was just about to say.
It probably weighs 60 pounds, and
Oh, dang, really?
even when it's, let's say it's
30.
45 degrees outside, I can wear a t-shirt and that, all good.
Chill.
Wow. Holy crap.
It is heavy
So,
stuff.
did you start riding because of your dad?
Yeah, I mean, I got blessed with being able to ride that Fat Boy that he picked up first, and you know, I'm a $135 soaking wet, and that bike's $765, you know, so cut my teeth on that one. Definitely a little bit nerve-wracking at first. That's a lot of weight to throw around, but then hopped into a motorcycle class that they got for me for my 18th birthday because they knew I was going to go out and do it anyways, so they wanted to make sure I did it right, and so I took that class. Couldn't have been more grateful for it, and ended up doing 1,000 miles plus with him on the Fat Boy before he even let me putz up to 7-Eleven up the street, you know, and I was just jonesing to get out, but I couldn't be more thankful for that because, you know, obviously riding for, what is it, almost 5 years now?
Yeah, you're 18.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't matter how many miles you do, there's nothing that's going to prepare you for what's to come that day, so I got to ride that bike for a good while and, you know, always respect the machine, but I think I made that machine respect me a little bit, you know, showing him that 135 that can kick some ass, but definitely hopped on the Yamaha after the fact, and it's been a year and 3 days, and I've got just shy of 11,000 miles on it, so, you know, almost doing 1,000 plus
It's
a month,
riding.
you know,
Yeah.
so
That's riding.
3 rear tires already and 2 rear tires up, or 2 front tires up front, so,
How do you go through tires so fast?
well, they're soft compounds, so, like, you know, well, burnouts are not a thing for me, but that softer compound, you know, they eat up quick, so.
What made you go with the XSR 900?
So my buddy Carl lives down in North Carolina. He picked one up, I don't know how long ago, but he's got a 2017 anniversary edition, race yellow, and I wanted it ever since he got one. Obviously, you know, money was some sort of factor, you know, with being in school, working a full-time job, whatever. And I actually went down there a year and a half ago, little boys trip, and he let me ride it, and I did about 150 miles total on that bike, and I fell in love with it. And the one I have now I've been searching for, you know, probably over a year, waiting for it to come out, and that's why when it did come out, you know, I told him, I said, hey, you know, it's up in Coney Island, and he looks at me and goes, you sure you didn't want to go to Alaska? You know, so, but that's why I picked it up, and I couldn't be happier with it. It's definitely a good cross between, you know, a cruising bike and a crotch rocket. It's very upright seated position. It's got all the speed and torque you could want, but the comfortability of something that's more practical and laid back, so I'll never be getting rid of that bike.
Did you ever get a bike?
Man, I like cars. I used to have Nissan 350.
Yes,
I
sir.
used to be into them cars and stuff like that, but bikes, you can leave me alone with all that, man.
Really?
Yeah, it's not my vibe. I ain't really into all that.
I had him on the back of the Fat Boy one day. I got a picture of it. I got to show you. I took him, D'Angelo, Eric out. It was funny. Yeah,
That's
it was good.
Now that we know what y'all got, what's your dream bike? If I were to give you the money right now and say go get whatever you want. what
That
would you go
Ducati,
get?
Austin, that you were mentioning to Sam.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like a Ducati V4, you know, Panigale might be nice. But again, you know, those are the crotch rocket style of bikes, so they're very like hunched over. You see the guys like riding down the road with their hand on the
Rollers.
gas tank, you know, and they're like,
Just roll.
I don't know. To be honest with you, the one I got, I'd have to say was my dream bike. I've wanted that thing forever, and that is, I am a year and 3 days later.
Yeah.
I still walk out in that garage, and it's still like, holy crap, I have one
How'd
of
I get
those.
here? Yeah.
Exactly, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Man, that's beautiful.
how about you?
Yeah, there's one bike I would definitely add to the collection if I could afford it.
The Chopper.
Nope. You might be surprised, actually. Well, you may not be surprised. But Keanu Reeves has
Oh yeah.
Arch motorcycles.
Okay.
They're custom built one at a time. Look them up. Can't describe them. You have to read about them. But Arch motorcycles. But you're talking
Exclusive.
80 grand plus. But you're also talking about a high performance machine that is handmade and tuned, and it's just that bike. I don't even know how many there are, that are out there. But to have one of those would be like quite the conversation piece, or to pull up at some organized ride on an Arch and then have people know what that is and go,
Yeah.
oh damn.
Holy shit.
These are
Yeah.
like 450 pounds, 2200 cc motorcycles. You know, it's like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's 2200.
2100 cc or so.
It's
Yeah.
stupid.
450 pounds?
Man, these things are
Oh
light.
my
yeah, they're cool.
And
gosh.
Keanu Reeves,
Arch.
he did an interview and he said that one of his favorite things to do, like out in California or wherever, is to ride in total darkness, in the mountains with twisties and curves and everything. And that's what he likes to do. And sometimes he likes to turn off the fucking headlight as well, which is crazy.
He
But-
did that. He did that midnight run one time where he shut all of his lights off, and he ended up breaking like somewhat 100 bones in his body because he wrecked, But it's just like, it's your midnight death run. You just get after it and hope you trust yourself. But yeah, he ended up hurting himself pretty bad, I think.
I don't need one to do that. But.
Yeah.
And Ramon, I know you've been interested in bikes, but
He's
and I-
got one now.
Oh,
He's
you
getting
did
ready to
get
get his
one?
I
license.
got a little bike, I did. I got a 2000 Suzuki Savage LS650.
there you go.
Yeah. Nice $1,500, you know what I mean, off it. It only has 6,000 miles on it. But yeah, I just did the maintenance on it the other day.
Conlon came over and helped him
Yeah,
out.
Conlon came over, helped
What
me
year
out.
is it?
2000, year I was born.
Nice.
So yeah, so I like to
There
ask
you go,
his stories.
6,000 miles into 2,000. So 23 years later, motorcycles are meant to be ridden, right? So,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah, the guy did. It was the first owner. He took care of it, did all the maintenance on it. It was his wife's bike, and she didn't ride it too much, but he kept a battery tender on it, so battery was always charged. He got new tires before I got it, and cleaned the carb too. We found out when we tried to clean it because it was squeaky clean. But yeah, I've just been going around the neighborhood kind of learning, but I have my class scheduled next month.
Good.
So yeah.
Super stoked for you, man. That's going to be
Yeah,
awesome.
I am
Class is
excited.
important. You will.
Yeah, the class.
You will learn things and remember things that you will remember forever.
Mhm.
And when you're riding, things will pop in your head.
Right. Yeah,
So, it's important
for sure.
because everybody out there on the road is out to kill everybody on a motorcycle.
Yeah, ride like Jason Bourne, right?
Ride like Jason
Yep.
Bourne.
Yeah,
I've heard
everyone's
that's
out
a
to
good
kill you.
story.
I've been freaking trying to get this guy.
I know.
He's talking about all these other toys he wants to buy. And I'm
Electric
like,
bicycle
hey,
for
man,
$7,000 that goes 80 miles an hour. Like, dude, buy a motorcycle, man.
Please
Just
buy
do
a
it.
motorcycle. What is
You think I
wrong?
should get a motorcycle?
You're gonna see Jordan vlogging going down 95 on his
What's
electric
up, guys?
motorcycle. Like
I'm just like, dude, all these other toys. Why not the bike too?
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
Yeah, you can come up 95 to visit with your button-down shirt wide open, and khaki pants, and
Yeah.
your badge.
There you go.
One day.
Long and Foster, that's me.
One day. I might. It's definitely my dad. He actually had a Suzuki 1000, and
Hey.
I don't know. I just never got that bug. I feel.
Well, it either hits you or it doesn't. And if it doesn't hit you, you don't force it because then you're not going to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And then you're going to end up in a bad situation.
Yeah, that is true. But you should still get one.
Yeah.
Just reevaluate.
Yeah. Well, Zerry, so you're into cars. Let's say I gave you 60 grand right now for you to buy a car. No questions asked.
Cash.
What are you gonna get? Yeah. 60 G's, not something too crazy, you know. But
You know what I've really been liking lately?
yeah,
Seen that new Jeep, the new Grand Cherokee.
the wagon,
Yeah, the new Grand Cherokee.
the wagon here,
They
that
like
shit.
40, 50, man, they nice. Like
Yeah.
bag, Like a little black one.
Yeah.
Yo,
They
Zerry.
nice.
So I know you said the Cherokee, but have you seen my neighbor? He
What
just
they got?
bought the Jeep Wrangler V8. I didn't know they made the fucking Wrangler in a V8, but this motherfucker came down the street
Yeah.
and gave it a little gas, and I was like, damn, that
You
shit.
felt that shit in your house.
That shit sounded good, bro.
Okay.
Would you get a Wrangler?
I don't know. I've never been like a Jeep with the doors off kind of guy, but I could get down with it.
How about those new bouncing Benzes, man?
So,
you seen them
wait. Do you know what that's for? Like, have you seen like why?
Yeah, to
they-
get out of sand
Wow.
and
Sand
stuff
and
like
stuff.
that. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I saw the.
But I mean, to be honest with you, I'd be sitting at a light bump and just
Just
bouncing up
bam,
and down,
bam.
you know. Like,
Yeah, that shit's lit.
I'd be jamming a Sonya blade, you know. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
I just don't think you're getting out of the sand.
In that situation,
No,
I
I
saw a
do that.
video.
Yeah,
Why
they
are
made
you
a
there?
I
Yes.
saw the video, but
You're not taking that.
you're
Benz
either
in.
airing out and you got the right vehicle and you're out of the sand, or you're calling a freaking tow truck.
Well, it's
Yeah, I'm
also like,
fine.
why are you
For
driving a
sure.
Benz like that in the desert, in the sand, you know? Like, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you should have a
Should have a
Forerunner.
Tacoma. A
Yeah,
Forerunner.
Tacoma.
A Tacoma.
A real man's car.
How much is that orange TRD Forerunner these days?
How much is a brand new Tacoma?
Ooh.
What about them
Spec'd out.
Sequoias,
Brand
though?
new Tacoma,
The
spec'd
Sequoia,
out.
Yeah.
What we talking?
45 probably the average, I would say.
Really?
45?
Yeah,
bad.
for the
No, that
Tacoma.
big. He's right. Sequoia.
But no, but the-
Sequoia?
Oh, we're asking three.
the orange, the orange one. That's
First
blacked
question:
out.
TRD Pro Forerunner. That's what you said first, right?
Yeah.
That's gonna be around 65 probably. Yeah, I would say maybe almost 70, with the prices nowadays in the market. And then a Sequoia. Yeah, man. I mean, we have two TRD Pro Sequoias on our lot right now.
What
Orange.
color?
I have a black and a gray one,
Hmm.
and they are up there between 80 to 100,000. Yeah, for sure. So.
They're nice, though, yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I mean, when you talk about what you're comparing it to and stuff, I mean, there's a lot of good. I'm not gonna salesman here, you know, but
Yeah.
Toyota speaks for itself. I'm
So the new Sequoia, that's a
brand
V6
ambassador.
twin turbo.
okay. So I got to talk about the type of tech that Toyota is coming out with, though. The V6 twin turbo hybrids that they have are absolutely like performance engines, like for sure.
It's a race car for real.
Yes, like in the Sequoia, it moves great. Like it has plenty of power, plenty of get up and go, and that's in a over 500 or 5,000 pound vehicle. So I think if they were to put that in any type of
Right.
performance car, that'd be insane. And we don't want to go fully electric, so it could be that.
No,
Yeah.
we do not.
Yeah,
No,
we
do not.
Fully
the
electric.
U.S. yeah.
It's gonna be really bad when the fire trucks leave the station and they're all electric and they get halfway down the street and they are out of power and they can't get to the emergency.
Gotta pull over.
They
Do
get
you
water
know-
on the
Yeah.
battery and short out before they get there.
Do you know what I just saw today? I was at the gym, pulling up to the gym.
You were at the gym?
I was at the gym.
I don't think
and,
anybody knows that.
and a school bus pulled up. And an EV school
Yeah.
bus.
Oh, wow.
I said, what the
What?
No way.
Like the long one, like the
Yeah.
I don't know the manufacturer of the school bus, but you know what I'm talking
I know
about.
your
Like the big yellow school bus,
man, you know.
and it said EV06,
Crazy.
and I was like EV. What the fuck? Like when did they make school buses electric?
And they got them down in D.C. I think they have two running around the
Really?
like the D.C. Metro buses or whatever. I think there's two out there now.
Y'all remember like 2012, 2010, right? Like 10 years ago before they had any of this. Remember when they were talking about it? How do
Oh
y'all
my
feel about it
goodness.
now?
Like electric vehicles?
Yeah, like all that.
I'll
Like,
stick
what do
to
you
my
think
gas,
the
man.
next step is
Oh,
from
what?
this?
But
Hydrogen.
there's a lot of truth to the fact that we use a lot of the same materials to build these batteries
Mm-hmm.
I would say, yeah.
that we're burning.
Cobalt.
We're using
burning-
oil and stuff to
Like,
make these
come
new
on,
like,
batteries. And
for
you're
sure.
talking about being green.
This is not.
It's not sustainable.
I was telling Jordan the other day. I mean, when you're talking about those batteries and the fully electric vehicles and stuff like that, the amount of lithium that they mine is equivalent to like 80 hybrid cars.
Yeah.
And those hybrid cars are going to bring emissions down faster than that one electric vehicle. But for some reason, they keep pushing the fact that they want to be fully electric by 2035.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's that when you talk about electric vehicles, the price of them just goes up exponentially. I mean, you're talking about the average cost being over 60 grand now. And
Gotta buy a house on top of that.
yeah, exactly.
And
You
you
know,
gotta
and
charge your car. in
I'm
your
not sure
garage.
if the American economy right now is really.
If you outlast the warranty on your battery, your SOL, you might as well just go buy a new car. Those things are $15,000,
20 G's.
$25,000
For sure.
for
And I
a
mean,
battery.
a lot of the times too. I mean, I work at Toyota, so I know my warranty on the fully electric cars. But a lot of brands, they're only covering the battery for 5 years
Yeah.
or something like that.
Not
and
even
then
the
just
full
like
car.
yeah, exactly. And then just like you're saying, I mean, after that, 15, 20 grand if you have any issues with it. I mean, there has been different changes now where you can kind of do certain repairs on certain batteries and stuff. But yeah, it's a lot of technology and that they're trying to rush and
Buddy
push
just
into.
bought a Iconic, what I think it is. The
Ioniq, yeah.
Ioniq.
Yeah.
Not even 7-8 months old.
Sunday.
Died.
Yeah,
Fortunately covered under warranty.
of course.
So I had to replace the entire battery.
Right.
But if that was on you, that's $20K.
Oof. Yeah, and then that happens right after your warranty expires.
Yep.
Do you guys see that guy? I think he was out in like California. The guy that has that super nice Mercedes, like a
EQS.
V10 Mercedes.
Oh.
No, it was
Oh.
gas powered, but
Okay.
he figured out a way to convert his car to hydrogen,
Mhm.
and he fills it with the hose from the
wa-
side of his house.
Yeah.
And Apple offered to buy his plans and ideas for like $5 million. And he told him, screw you, right? Because what are they going to do? They're either going
put it
to
away in a vault.
put a kibosh on it and eliminate it, or,
Sell it
this
for so much.
this guy's going to pay $5 million, but Apple's going to make $25 billion, whatever it may be.
6 trillion.
But he's still making the same power as he did off of gas, but this guy's figured out a way to do it off of his garden hose. And it's like, more than anything, I think, other than money, is like, it makes people angry that other people are coming out with these ideas to, figure out better ways alternatives, and it's like, no, people want everybody to stay in the same ways about things because those people want to make the changes. They don't want us to be smart enough to figure that out and do it for our own. So
I can't remember the guy's name, but if you Google it, you'll find the guy that originally built the very first hydrogen motor many, many, many years ago. He is no longer on this earth, and conspiracy theory is he was taken out by the government, and there's some really crazy videos out there, and I wouldn't be surprised. Somebody
I was gonna
figured
say,
out how to run a vehicle on a garden hose. Nobody wants that around here, right?
Absolutely not.
People be out of business.
A lot
Yeah.
of people will be out of
it's
business.
the same
I'd be
thing with
happy.
like cancer and
It's
stuff.
like if you found the cure for cancer.
You find the cure for cancer,
Oof.
they're going to take you out because it's a grand money scheme, dude.
Oh my
They're not going to
goodness.
make
So
any
much
more
so
money if they
chemo
find a
and-
cure. Nobody's going to be coming back to get their chemo,
That's
and
it.
it's screwed because the people that are supposed to be looking out for us care more about
Their
themselves,
pockets.
their pockets, and the money
Facts.
over the personal well-being of the people in
The mass population.
the mass population.
For sure. They're trying to grease their pockets at the end of the day.
It's crazy. And that leads into the thing of like, you got money, you can do whatever you want.
Absolutely.
You can do whatever you want, man. You got enough money,
Did you?
whatever.
I don't want to get too deep into it, but did you see Bill Gates? And this man released like 200,000 mosquitoes.
Oh yeah.
I said,
Genetically mutated mosquitoes
Where?
Really?
in Florida.
Florida?
And then it's the first time that they've ever had a case of malaria in Florida or something like
I
that.
wonder why.
Wow.
Do you guys see
What
the,
are you doing with
Yeah.
genetically mutated mosquitoes?
Why?
It's gonna be a new disease coming out.
and those
Very soon. We're going to shut down the...
pesticide trucks in New York? Did you guys see
I
those
saw
videos?
that. They say, go inside the
They're
building.
telling
We are-
everybody to go inside their house while these trucks drive around and spray these pesticides in the air. you know, like stay inside, stay inside. Did you see those videos?
I saw that.
did
I
not
saw that.
Oh my
shit.
gosh!
the heck?
Like they've got loudspeakers at night, and they're driving down streets in New York.
What?
Just
Spraying-
blasting the
Not see
speakers,
this.
go inside the
blasting
building. We were
pesticides,
playing.
just- and these
And
guys
that's
are
not reminiscent of World War One and Two, where trucks were driving up and down telling people to stay in their houses
Right.
on loudspeakers because certain countries were invading or whatever. I mean, think about it.
It's crazy.
Pretty crazy.
You know,
Do we get to do one of these right now and like refill or something? 'Cause,
I know, and I gotta pee.
You gotta piss?
Touche.
I gotta piss. All right, we're gonna take a quick break.
Let's do it.
We all just-
Everybody need a beer?
All right, guys, we are back. We took a
you were recording that whole
break.
Is your
It
other
was a
camera-
long break.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had to
cameras are
take a minute.
going. They're rolling.
We got hydrated.
We were hydrated.
We
We
got
took a
some
little
snacks.
bathroom break. We ate a little pizza. We're feeling good, and we're back. So let's jump back where we started. I don't even know where we left off, but
alright, you talk. That's not.
We were kind of talking about motorcycles,
Alright.
things like that. of
I
that
think
nature.
we're well beyond that. We could probably pick another topic now.
That is true.
yeah.
I did want to say. Good.
Okay, I was thinking in the kitchen while we were all around. I was like, I'm gonna wait.
Uh-oh.
But traveling.
Mm.
Name some of your guys' favorite travel experiences. Some places you guys recommend going.
You know where
Oh.
I did go? Not that long ago, I went to Bermuda.
Bermuda.
Really?
Yo, different. I'm from the Caribbean, right?
Yeah.
So I've been to like Trinidad and Tobago. I've been to different islands and stuff like that. But this is like different. Like it's weird. Being out in the middle of the ocean, you gotta try that.
Really?
That's where a lot of
Try that.
This is
a lot
right
of
in the
weird-
middle of the ocean.
In the middle of the Atlantic, like where the Titanic like sunk, like for real.
Oh yeah,
try it.
Bermuda, the Bermuda Triangle. Now
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like that's where
Gotta try
a
that.
lot of crazy stuff happens. But
Really?
damn.
What
Good
was your
food?
favorite part of your trip?
Honestly, just being on a boat, like in the middle of the ocean, not knowing where you're at. You know.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, so did you take a cruise there?
Right.
Oh,
I
okay,
didn't fly.
cool,
No, I
cool,
didn't fly.
cool. All right,
Yeah.
Bermuda.
Different
Shit.
experience.
interesting. What about you, Mr. Miller?
I always said if I just disappeared and you couldn't find me anymore, I wouldn't be in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Probably the single best destination. I could make that an annual trip. I just enjoyed
Yeah,
people, the culture.
people, right?
They were so gracious and hospitable, and the fact that when you land or you cruise in or whatever you do, there's these cabbies that are lined up. They're all in white shirts and they all have cabs, and they just get you, and you get in the cab and we're two man, and
Where to, man?
and it was one of those things. Well, if you drop us off here, how do I find you? I will find you. Okay, and so you go like shopping down one side of the street, and every so often you look across the street. There's your cabbie walking across the street. Not intrusive, just keeping an eye on you, you know. And then when you were done, all of a sudden, there it is, cab. Where you want to go now? And the food's amazing, and I just enjoyed my experiences in Jamaica. I haven't been in a long time, and way overdue, but love Jamaica.
Jerk chicken.
Yeah, man, but real jerk chicken. I asked for jerk chicken. He's like, "You want to go for a ride?" So we went for a ride, and it took a while.
Dude.
I don't know where we were going. We ended up in somewheres, lean-to, people cooking, people I couldn't talk to, and white lightning, is I think they call it in Jamaica, which, and had the best authentic real jerk chicken ever, and a lot of white lightning, and it was an amazing experience.
What about you, Austin? Best travel spot that you've been to?
2 streets over.
Right around the block.
I don't know, honestly. I feel like I've been so grateful to be to a lot of places, you know, like with all of you for one, and you especially. Cheers to that, yeah. But
Where'd you go last winter?
yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. It was probably Lake Tahoe. I think that was probably the most special trip in that sense, because I grew up snowboarding on the East Coast, so it's all ice and 2 2 inches of snow and fake snow if you got it.
Right.
So going out there, the conditions couldn't have been better. We got 1.5 feet of fresh snow the second day we were there, and it was so cool skiing backcountry and like massive tree wells, you know, and forest just back and forth through the trees. So to me, that was very euphoric, and I have to say that was probably one of the best places. And I went with a good group of people, stayed in a nice spot, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. Going again next year, January,
Nice.
February, so that'll be good.
Interesting.
But yeah, there you go. That's my next spot.
Jordan, you've been everywhere.
Yes,
You have been. You're always somewhere cool.
this is true.
I've been a few places. I would have to
Humbly.
say Puerto Rico.
Ooh.
Puerto Rico. I
What
think
city?
I was in Old San Juan, and it's like the capital, I want to say, of Puerto Rico.
I did not know.
San Juan is the capital.
San Juan. There we
I'm
go.
from Puerto Rico,
Okay.
but
Who
I'm
would hope-
I'm
who would
going
hope you
there
know
for the
that?
first time in November. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I don't know shit really.
He's like, I can't tell you.
It's really, really pretty. Like lots of beautiful scenery. We went on like an excursion and through like a trail that led us up to a waterfall. And they have a lot of waterfalls in Puerto Rico.
Interesting.
And they also have one of the world's longest zip line. The zip line is
Really?
fuck.
I'm gonna do
Uh-oh.
this. Holy shit.
It's pretty long. I don't.
Better not
That's
tell
right.
me that.
It's called the Monster. I forget how you say it in Spanish, like the Montoro. But that motherfucker, you were on that bitch for like at least 7 minutes. Just
7 minutes? Holy shit! That's like
fine.
14 times the time of a roller coaster.
They tell you how many football fields it is and like lengthwise, but I forget the number. But you go through 3 cities. That's how long the
Holy smoke.
zip line is.
What the?
You hit a max speed of
You
93
gotta
miles an
sign
hour.
like a waiver.
93 miles an hour on the
93 miles
zip
an hour.
line?
There's no like you have to stop at a third of the way through to regroup. You just
Well, so look, so like
They
it's
just shoot you down.
no.
and let
So
you go.
it's a lead up to it. It's a lead up to it. So like it's a park. It's
Yeah.
a zip line park. So like you start with like their little basic ones, and like you probably do 17 zip lines throughout the whole tour.
you talk.
Jeez.
No.
And then the last one, you have to pay extra for it, but it's the one I was just talking about, the long one. And you got to climb probably like 17 flights of stairs to get to like where you like launch.
Oh.
And like when you're on it, like it's so crazy. Like the view, you see like quarries and just like crazy shit. And
Are
you
you zip line this way or zip line like?
yeah, you're like Superman, and then you
Yeah,
have like
yeah.
a cape.
Damn.
You have like
Yeah.
a cape that holds you, so you like bugs don't hit you. You gotta wear glasses, and you gotta wear a helmet. And yeah,
Nice.
you're just in that bitch for like.
I've only done
7
the ones
minutes.
where you're like sitting
That's
upright.
crazy.
I've never done like that.
Once you said 17 flights of stairs, I don't think my girlfriend's going for that. But
Don't blame her.
but I'm going for sure.
Hell yeah.
You have
Highly
to send me
recommend
the
it.
link.
Highly
I'm
recommend
gonna
it.
do this.
What if we all took a trip and you really like get a picture of like 4 of us in tandem, next to each other, like a 4-suit?
Dude, I mean, you saw in the vlog, I was sitting there like a bird on the one rock. So I would love to feel that feeling of just me flying through
Being free.
for 7 minutes. I'd probably check my phone in the middle of it.
Like damn, it's cool because
That's what I
like
do.
you do the long 7-minute ride, and then you hit it, and then you got to take another zip line to get to where the truck picks you up
You're
and
talking
takes you
to
back
me
to the
nice.
trail.
Wow.
Yeah,
7
is
minutes.
cool.
You're waiting for in-flight service. Like, where's the beverage cart?
literally. Where's my fucking state? Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dang, 7 minutes.
It's up there.
I need to put on like a vlog or something.
I know a guy.
I know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Puerto Rico. How about you, Ray? What was your favorite travel destination?
Wow. When I was younger, my parents took me to Italy and like all throughout Rome, and we went to Venice, and I mean, definitely that has to be my favorite time ever vacationing ever. We went to the Colosseum. That was like one of my favorite moments of it because I was really into like gladiators and like Roman mythology and stuff like that. but just seeing the historic factors of the Coliseum right there in front of me was just so crazy.
What grade were you in?
Wow, I was probably like 10, so maybe like, what is that?
Fourth.
5th grade,
Yeah,
4th grade.
Yeah, probably like that.
Who was your teacher? Mr. Valetti?
Mr. Valetti, yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're 5th grade then, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Shout out
watching
to
this
Mr.
podcast.
Valetti. I love him. That was my favorite teacher ever, no matter what.
The Silber's on that list too.
Yeah. Who's your favorite teacher, Zerry?
Favorite teacher from what grade?
Any
Any.
High
grade.
school.
Any
middle
grade?
K through 12.
K through 12.
school?
Damn.
I gotta say Miss Clark.
Miss
She
Clark
taught
was
me-
awesome, bro.
She taught me a lot.
We were in Miss Clark's class.
Yeah.
She
Built a
was real
space station
cool.
out of newspaper and shit.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Miss Clark.
Miss Clark was,
was
who
dope.
turned to Miss Gettin, right?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, she got married.
Yeah,
She had kids.
she did get married, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that spaceship project was dope.
Yeah,
actually.
that was the coolest thing I've
That
ever
was
done
the
in school.
coolest thing I've
my
ever
God.
done at school. We
was
did
so
like a
cool.
project where they assigned each group like a certain thing to do if we were to live on the moon.
Shit.
Oh wow, we got
I
fire
got that.
started.
Right.
And yeah, they assigned each group like what to do, and we were the food group, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so we came up with like how would food be if we were living on the moon and stuff like
You gotta
that.
vacuum
like-
seal all that
But
shit.
you're like building these structures. That
Yeah,
are,
we
like,
were building structures,
they're like
knives,
this fucking big,
like,
dude. Like they
yeah.
were big out of newspaper. We were rolling newspaper up and making like a cage.
Paper
you know,
mache,
like, it was
bro.
super
Paper mache,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Damn.
I mean, me and him could both sit inside it. You know, like that's
Why was Miss Clark your favorite teacher?
She taught me cursive writing, and she honestly was like one of the teachers that just like stayed with me, like really tried to like really teach me, just like do her job.
Yeah.
You know, she was like, "Alright, you cool."
A good teacher will really like, I mean, that makes all the difference. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? An actual good teacher.
So, Ramon, what makes a good teacher?
Oh, wow. I would say someone that pays attention to what the kids say and like tries to help in ways that maybe the kids weren't expecting or stuff like that.
understand them.
I had the reason why Mr. Valetti is my favorite teacher is because he told me in 5th grade to remember him when I made my first million, and I don't know why that had always stuck with me, because that was like the first time I ever started to believe that, you know, maybe I could do something pretty great.
Planted that seed. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
you know.
I see it in
And
you.
I always wonder, like, was he just doing that, or like maybe was I special? But either which way, I love that the fact that he said that, because it just made me feel so cool.
I think
And
that's a little of both.
yeah,
You saw potential, and if somebody is labeled with potential, that can be a double-edged sword. It can be you have the potential, but you never realize it, or you have the potential and you'll get it done. And then, yeah, if I had a hand in it, remember me,
yeah,
right?
right, yeah,
And I'm sure your perspective of a great teacher back then and your perspective today is probably different.
absolutely, for sure.
Gotta say, Mr. Bailey though.
OG.
buddy?
There's a lot of good teachers at our school. There is
Yes.
a lot. There is
Yeah.
a lot, for sure. We were blessed with that, I felt like.
Yeah.
I really like that our school was kind of on the smaller side, and I mean, you had the chance for teachers to kind of,
Everybody knew everybody, man.
yeah.
There was no,
you know?
and then you'd walk into Walmart, you know, and you would always see somebody you knew, you know, because everybody lived in such close proximity.
Yeah.
So you go home, you see your neighbors. Like, I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, man.
But we have gotten a lot covered today, boys. I feel
I
like
have to agree.
Open the air
We've
for
covered a
real.
lot of
yeah,
topics.
open the air.
It's been a good fireside chat, you know.
We hope you guys enjoy this
Hanging out.
fireside
Yeah.
chat.
Even if you
For
guys
sure.
didn't watch, I'm gonna watch this
Mhm.
100 times over. So.
Cheers
Yeah.
to fireside chat by the pool.
Heck yeah.
Salute.
Yes, sir. Well, guys, it has been a pleasure And if you guys have any topics you'd like us to cover, leave a comment down below. My name is Jordan, and it has been an honor to have you.
My name's Ramon, and I say the equivalent of that.
Keep following the Open Air Podcast.
Cheers to Open Air and the family that I'm with. I'm Austin.
Open Air Chief Fire Builder.
Well, guys, until the next video, we will see you guys. Peace.
Cheers.
Cheers.